welcome to our Westside vlog. Today is February 13th. It's been almost a month since our last recording session vlog. And it feels like it's been really full, and lots of new things budding on the horizon. To share some of those things, in January, our monthly L'Arche at Westside gathering was around advocacy and sharing our dreams for society. Andy led that while I was out of town, and went great. Soon after that, we had a big painting work day at the Westside house. About 23 people showed up. More than that RSVP'd, so we're in touch with all those people. And many were new to L'Arche, which was really cool. Cheryl Kuehl joined us, who's a friend of the longtime friend of the community with a disability, and I was really grateful for the way that she was able to help me share about L'Arche with people who were new to L'Arche. A lot of things got done. We're focused on painting interior trim, and that's actually really detailed work, so we still have more to do. We'll have more work days coming up, including like a handy people work day, people that kind of have quite a bit of know-how, and maybe even some other work days. Another bridging piece that happened just last week, core member Aaron, assistant Taylor, and I went to Jesuit High School for their volunteer fair, and so we got to connect with a number of students who had a lot of good questions about what L'Arche is, and share about opportunities to volunteer. They have required amounts of hours of service each year, and this is one of the possibilities of places they could serve. I also, in the past month, visited L'Arche Tacoma, especially getting a better sense for their Welcome Center and their outreach programs, which are new just in the past year. And so with that, kind of continuing to dream, what does outreach look like, and what does what do monthly community events look like? So how might L'Arche at Westside continue to evolve? We have some continuing school partnerships that are evolving, which is really exciting. Mostly groups that have reached out to us, and some groups that we've typically hosted on the east side. We're realizing it's easier to host on the west side because of the current onerousness of needing background checks for everyone who will come into our east side homes in Multnomah County. So I'm finding myself getting ready to host more of these like immersion and volunteer groups. We have a number of exciting school partnerships with schools either existing that are continuing to develop, or new schools who have actually reached out to us who want their students to learn more about L'Arche or to volunteer or connect with L'Arche. And because some groups that had typically volunteered come even for an immersion with our east side homes in Multnomah County, we've found that having background checks for all of those people is quite onerous, and so it's more accessible, more feasible to host them on the west side and make opportunities to connect on the west side. So that's happening more with our West Side house and community events. So some of those schools, Stonehill College has come to serve with us in the past, and they'll be coming the first week of March. They'll actually stay in the West Side house all week because it's empty right now, and we can host them in that way. So it's a huge mutual gift. They'll be doing some work around the house. Valley Catholic School is local. They've reached out to us. Oregon Episcopal School has reached out to us. And Jesuit High in Sacramento, California has typically come for an immersion the past few years, and we'll be hosting them more so on the west side. So exciting as school partnerships. We also recently had a next step of meeting with Jessica Leitner, our consultant, who's helping us apply for community living support endorsement, a new type of Medicaid endorsement, which will be implemented across Westside and Eastside, but is being spurred by the way we're expanding on the West Side. So that feels exciting, having another call with her in a couple of weeks to move that forward. Hoping to submit the application, I would say in March sometime, once the board can approve new policies that we'll need to put in place. She also connected us with the Washington County Small Provider Association. And so this is a group of small DD, developmental disability provider agencies who connect with each other for community outings and also just other networking. So she put Katie and I in touch to be able to tap into that network. Also learned about in Washington County a community engagement summit that is happening in March, and Allie and I are going to be attending that. Maybe other friends and staff joining us for that. Another great networking opportunity. Also the ARC of kind of greater Portland Metro recently reached out and is curious to hear about how we're expanding to the West Side, because they're also expanding services to Washington County. So that's another exciting kind of partnership. We're looking to be learning about other models of community and shared life together. So we're taking a couple of field trips soon. So people are not only coming to us, we're going to other people. One is Cascadia Commons, is a co-housing group in Beaverton. And they just have a monthly open, anyone can come and tour and join for lunch. And so myself and anyone else who wants to come is gonna go and learn more about them, and hopefully they can be a great partner and supporter in the area. And then also Friendship House is in Newburgh, and it's a model of George Fox University students sharing life together, living together in a house with adults with intellectual disabilities, inspired by Jean Vanier. And so a key piece that feels similar to how our West Side house will be modeled is that those are unpaid caregiving or unpaid supportive relationships among housemates. And so we're curious, how do you do it? Can you share more with us? So going to learn from them. And with all these partnerships that are developing, in February, our Larchette Westside event this coming Monday the 18th will be focused on celebrating our volunteers and our community partners. So for example, celebrating this great partnership that we have with Holy Trinity Catholic Church, celebrating all the volunteers that have come out for work days since last summer through January. And another couple of partnerships to be naming. PSU, Portland State University's Think College program, which is a post-secondary program for adults with intellectual disabilities, has reached out to us, as I was also trying to reach out and find a way to contact, because a key founder of that program was interested in just learning more about L'Arche and connecting, and I was curious. I wonder if some of the grads of your program or other people connected to you might be interested in living in our Westside house, or would people want to connect with L'Arche at UP with colleagues in that way. And so we're building some coffee times and things like that to get to know each other. And one other thing is that we have a liaison with Holy Trinity Catholic Church who's been Kelly Lucarelli, and that's changing to Maria Maynor, just as kind of different things on their plates are shifting. Maria's going to be able to take on that role. So moving forward in the way that we're partnering with Holy Trinity. And that's it.